Hello, 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 kitchenettes, kitchen littles, and kitchen nuggets. Can't forget about you guys. Welcome to Bare Bones Kitchen. I'm your culinary coach, Harmony, and I'm going to show you something delicious tonight, okay? I know it should be a Monday Morsel, okay, because it's quick and easy, but I just couldn't help myself. So my sister is out of town. Wait, first, cheers, y'all. Cheers. My sister is out of town, and let me sidetrack really quick. You see that I have lights now? See, I went and bought lights. Yay! Hello, wonderful. So my sister's out of town, and she did something kind of weird. Well, not really weird. I mean, like, springtime you want to plant a garden if that's your jam, right? Well, it's not my sister's jam. She doesn't know how to grow a garden. So she just like haphazardly threw some stuff out there because she just wanted to grow some stuff and see how it was done. Well, the problem with that is that I went out there a couple weeks ago and I was like, hey, you have this broccoli right here that needs to be cut because it's ready to go. You're good to go on this broccoli. She's like, well, this is a male plant and I think that's the female plant. And I'm like, no, you really just need to pick the broccoli right here. And I go out there about a week ago, and guess what? Broccoli is starting to go to seed. So it's getting blooms and flowers, and it's growing upward, because that's what plants do. Like, we basically eat them when they're little infants and not little flowers, you see? So there are a lot of things. I know we've talked about that, because sometimes I'll get herbs at the store, and we got to pluck off the flowers, because every once in a while they'll be there. So I'm just like looking at all these beautiful vegetables that are like sprouting and going to seed, and broccoli that's got flowers on it that are like literally 3.5 feet tall. So she's out of town right now, and I know she won't mind, but I stole some of her kale. Okay? Kale it continues to grow almost through winter, I think. Kale is super strong. It's like resilient. It grows in all kinds of weather. So I picked some of her kale. I cut off a whole bunch of her kale. And I was like, okay, what the hell am I going to do with this kale? So she also had some blueberries. Now, here's the deal, guys. Some of these blueberries were not from her plant. Some of these were just like literally the handful that I had left in my container. But I'm using them all because her blueberries are very, very sour. Even though they're super purple, they're super sour. So I'm going to use some blueberries. We're going to use some kale. I have got a lime here, a fresh lime. If you don't have a fresh lime, that is okay. You can totally use just a bottle of lime juice. Works for me. You do you, boo-boo. And I have a mango. This is not obviously from any tree in the Pacific Northwest because we do not have the weather for these kind of guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is a mango, blueberry, kale salad. That's what we're going to do because I have pork chops in the oven. I'm going to make some noodles here in a minute, some other veggies because Zane probably won't eat this. I also have some coconut flakes. So we're going to get busy on this. All right. Are we ready to get started? How is everybody today? I just need to know. I need to know. I did have a good question for you guys. Now I got to think about it. And since I'm old and busted, I forget things. And I really should just write them down and post them up here so I remember. I was going to ask something, though, that didn't have to do with inspiration like Monday, okay? I'll think of it, hopefully, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just take a moment to see. Okay, so I'm going to get busy on this kale, and I know that when Chad and I did Southern Sunday, we did some collard greens where we took the rib out. Very much the same thing. So we have our kale, which is nice and wide open. If you just bend it, you can actually just cut right down the side of the rib here. That's what this is a rib. And then just get the leaves. So that's what we're going to do really quick. And I probably should have done some of these ahead of time. But I guess I just wanted to give y'all a learning moment. A learning moment. Okay, so I did go for a second interview yesterday. I'm kind of excited. Let's going to be working in a restaurant type setting, which I'm also pretty excited about. It's good to know people, you guys. It is good to know people. At this moment, I do not have any information as far as if I've gotten the job yet or not, though I did feel pretty good about it. So let me just say that first. I also did a Zoom today with another company for a BBK project that I potentially will be working on, which I am also quite excited about. So see guys, we're just taking out that rib. And that is something to come. It'll be a little while, but hello, Miss Kale, once it actually is in effect and I really have the ball rolling on that, I will share that information. I'm just not ready to share it yet, mostly because I don't want to jinx it, you guys. I don't want to jinx it. I don't know if you guys believe in that kind of stuff, but I sure do, and I'm just not prepped for that yet. I don't need that kind of negativity yet, you guys. But in the meantime, again, if you are still looking for a personal chef for an event, 2 to 20 people. I don't know that I can confidently do more than 25 people in an event by myself. I would be more than happy to have a chat with you about that. So if you're looking for some sort of event, small event, please let me know. Meow. This kale is so pretty. So pretty. Yeah, she has all kinds of herbs. She's got tons of tomatoes. She's got tons of strawberries. Well, strawberry plants. They're not obviously blooming right now. She may have a late set of them though. Then we're just going to come in with our knife, guys, and just make like bite-sized pieces, see? So just little bite-sized pieces. And if you don't like kale and you'd rather use spinach, you can totally use spinach. Just remember, anytime you're using spinach, it's going to break down a lot quicker in salad dressing. So that's why I often like to use kale instead, because it doesn't break down as much or as quickly. You will help me, ma'am? Thank you. It's good to have friends that were willing to help you. Love it. Love it. Come on down, Kale. Come on down. But the job that I applied for and interviewed for is definitely in my wheelhouse. It is a company that does smoked meat and such. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited about it, especially when I went in the second time and they said it went from part-time position to a full-time position, which I need. In case you haven't been following, I was fired from my job 4 weeks ago today. So this is the start of my 4th week of being unemployed. And you guys, I'm going freaking crazy, okay? Trying to keep myself busy, trying to keep on my own goals, but I need to have some damn money coming into this bitch, okay? I need to have some money coming into this bitch. I am getting unemployment, but it's still just not enough. Not enough. Who is at my door? Miss Gail! Still just not enough. Not enough. Love it. Look at her. She's listening to my show while she's coming up to my apartment. I love it. It's good stuff. Good stuff, ma'am. I am sweating buckets. It's super hot in here. Yeah, well, I'm standing right over the stove, so that's. And I've had the oven on, but I did shut it off a little bit ago. All right, so we got the kale cut up. Little beautiful bit-sized pieces. Bit-sized pieces. All right, we're going to mix this dressing real quick. So I have the lime. I'm going to use my little micro planer. Again, if you don't have one of these, that's okay. You can totally just peel it down. Just make sure you don't get the white stuff in there because it's bitter. If you are not comfortable using a knife like that, you can use a cheese grater because I always forget that. Or if you're not comfortable using a knife like that, hello, wonderful. You, look at you bouncing around. You can also use a potato peeler to get the skin off. So there's many ways you can do that, guys. Many ways. Then you just have to be comfortable enough with your knife in order to get the skin to be small enough. So that's what I mean. You don't want to go too far down on that because that's going to be what makes it bitter. Bitter beer face. Do you guys remember that? Bitter beer face. I don't even remember what freaking brewery did that bitter beer face thing. I feel like it was Budweiser, but I'm probably totally wrong. Do you remember? No? So Miss Gail came in to say hello. She must want her some mango blueberry salad. Love it. I messaged Chad earlier to see if he was coming over, but he never responded to me. I see he's on here, though, so maybe his ass will respond now. Maybe. Chad's working a new job, so I don't get to see him very often anymore. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, so I got some oil here with the zest of the lime. I feel like that's good. I feel like we're good on that lime. I'm gonna run my finger down that and get anything that's left over. All right, then we're gonna cut this bad boy in half. If you get a lime that is super hard, just remember to roll it on the counter so you can break up those little bits to give you lots of good juice. If it's super uber hard, you can actually throw it in the microwave too.
Do you have a lemon or lime squeezer?
No, I have one of these.
Oh.
I don't do a lot of gadgets. So this, I bought this for culinary school.
What that is.
Yeah. They actually, when we were in culinary school, one of the girls that was in my group called this a butt reamer. Can I have a butt reamer? Oh my God. Why would you even go there, girlfriend?
Was wondering what your butt plug was doing. Just kidding. Family friendly.
It's the good stuff. Okay, so we have, I don't know if I explained this, we have about a half a cup of oil. I'm using a full lime, some lime zest, I totally messaged you an hour ago, Chad. Maybe you should check your phone. Maybe it's your new phone. Because I know it's all jacked up. Because new phones always are. We're going to throw in some honey. You could totally use agave if you wanted to. A little bit of sugar if you don't have either. And I'm going to go, I don't know. We're just going to go with some. How about that? Oh, Chad's on his way now. All right. Then we're going to add a little bit of chili powder. Why? Because I just feel saucy. So we're going to throw in a little bit of chili powder. Give it a little bit of spice. Not very much. Just a little tap. Gotta, you know, smack that ass every once in a while. Not that I would know what that's like. Just. So I have it in my mason jar. We're just going to shake it. You could put this in a blender if you wanted to do that. If you're going to do it that way, make sure that you add the oil last. That way it infuses it a lot more. It's going to make it super fluffy. It's going to incorporate air. I just want to make kind of a vinaigrette. That's what this sort of is like a vinaigrette, like a honey, lime vinaigrette. And then boom. So, temporary emulsification. Wham. There it is. All right. Now we're going to take care of this mango. And again, I don't know if I've done a mango. Maybe I should. Maybe I should tell you. So you've got your pit here, where it grows from the tree. We're just going to cut along the side because there's a big, huge seed in the middle of this. I feel like I've done that before, but I suddenly don't know that I remember if we've done that before or not. And sometimes when you get super close, you can actually, I'm going to try to get closer here so we can feel it, so I can show you there it is. So eventually you're going to get to this little white part. That's actually the seed. You can actually go around this whole mango, and then I usually will shave off the little pieces that are around the seed, and that's the way it's done. See, I just needed to take a little tiny bit more off. All right, now we're going to go down and make some lines. Make sure you keep it on your cutting board. So we're just going one way there. And we're going to come in the other way to make some cubes, because we're kind of matching the size of our blueberries. You always want to try to match the size of stuff. So if you guys are doing soups or whatever in the fall, always match the size of everything. So if you're cutting onions, you're cutting carrots, you're cutting celery, you want to make them about the same size because they're all going to cook at about the same rate. So if you have gigantic carrots and gigantic potatoes and gigantic onions, obviously the onions are going to cook a little faster, but you don't care because you're really just putting those in for flavor. If you are waiting for the carrots and the potatoes, they're going to cook at about the same rate. So you want to make sure that they're about the same size. All right, so we're going to take a spoon, and my dishwasher's going, so I have no regular spoon, so I'm using a serving spoon. We're just going to come around the skin, and we're just going to pop these little mango guys out of here. See? They're going there. So now we've made just our little grid, and we're just popping pieces out. You could totally leave these in spears if that's your jam. If you're just going to add this and you're not going to add anything else, you could totally leave them as spears if that's what you're going for. Sometimes I get a little excited and go through the skin. You know, you can also pop them this way, and you can cut it right out of there too, if you'd rather do that. If you'd rather just... I kind of like using the spoon method, though. It makes me feel a little bit safer, especially when I've had a few Blue Moons. Or some other choice beverage. I don't know. You never know with me. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's beer. It's like Harmony Roulette. Alright, but it comes right on out. So now we've got some beautiful mango in there. We're going to throw in our blueberries. Need to rinse off my hands. So now they're all sticky with mango juice. We're going to throw in a little shot of these coconut flakes. These ones happen to be unsweetened. You could totally use sweetened if that's what you have. This bag does not seem to be open very much. It's like 500 years to get out like a tablespoon. There we go. All right. I'm not going to put very much in there because they are unsweetened. I don't want it to take away because I know them blueberries are already pretty sour. So then we're going to take our delicious dressing, shake it up again. Now if I can get it open, jeez. And we're just going to drizzle this over the top. We're going to start with just half of it at first because I'd rather kind of mix it up. And as it sits, your kale will break down a little bit. But it's, again, not like spinach, so it's not going to break down a ton. It's just going to break down slightly. Very, very slightly. Like, you probably won't even notice it's breaking down. But with the oil that's in that dressing, it's going to give it this really beautiful shine. And so it looks very pretty when you do that. And you could absolutely throw some red onions in there. That would make this really pretty. I don't know that I would do tomatoes. Maybe some pineapple. That would be really pretty in here. So we've got everything kind of coated. And we're just going to let it chill and do its thing. And I will take a picture of a beautiful plate of this when we're all done. All right, guys. That is all I have tonight. Thank you for joining me in Bare Bones Kitchen. I appreciate you. I've been really good about uploading everything. I think I have everything uploaded to the YouTube channel. So if you've not subscribed yet, please do that. If you have, please share it. Because why? Why not? Like, let's support each other, right? I try to share as much stuff as I possibly can when dealing with folks. I do have some BBK gear available still. I did post earlier, so if you are looking for a t-shirt or a mug, please let me know. I have a Venmo, so we can do it that way. I don't have a website, so you're just going to have to message me. Let me know that that's what you want, what size you want. I can tell you if I have it or not. If not, we can get it. We can make it happen. So, until we don't have Suck It Up Saturday this week, until Monday Morsels next week, cheers, y'all. If anything changes, though, I will let you know. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you. Have a good night.